gives me pleasure to welcome all the newly elected members of the Legislative Assembly to the inaugural session of the Assembly. We gather here after the successful and peaceful conduct of the first democratic elections in over a decade. These elections, the first since the abrogation of Article 370 in August 2019 and the reorganization of Jammu and Kashmir into a union territory, are a critical milestone in restoring democratic governance after a period of political uncertainty. This is a testament to the enduring spirit of democracy, the strength of our institutions, and the faith that the people of this region have in their democratic representation through this assembly. It is a privilege to witness the restoration of this august house, which once again reflects the aspirations of the people of Jammu and Kashmir. One of the most encouraging aspects of 2024 elections was the high voter turnout, reflecting the enduring faith of the people in democratic processes. The high turnout, particularly in regions that traditionally could not participate fully because of a vociferous minority sympathetic to separatist sentiments, indicates that the people of Jammu and Kashmir continue to see electoral participation as a means to voice their concerns and aspirations. The successful completion of the electoral process marks an epoch in the history of Jammu and Kashmir. This gathering and the swearing in of elected government in Jammu and Kashmir marks a moment of immense pride, as it has not only strengthened the democratic fabric of our nation, but has also become a beacon of hope to all for a brighter and more inclusive future. For me personally, this is a moment of huge satisfaction when I assumed the responsibility of leading the administration 4 years ago. My foremost priority was to hold assembly elections so that there is an elected government. With the support of our political leaders, civil administration, security forces, Election Commission of India, and most importantly the people, we have successfully achieved this objective. This accomplishment is a matter of great satisfaction as I look forward to work together with you all for strengthening the democratic institutions and providing the people the governance and the future they deserve. Our people now look up to the government with many hopes and expectations. My government is fully geared up to realize these hopes and fulfill these expectations. The aspiration for a return to the statehood remains strong. Honorable Prime Minister on several occasions has already expressed his commitment to restoring statehood, which has been a source of rekindled hope and reassurance for the people. The Council of Ministers of Jammu and Kashmir has recently passed a unanimous resolution calling for the immediate restoration of statehood. This resolution reflects the collective will of the elected representatives, echoing the aspirations of the people for the reinstatement of full democratic governance. My government will make all efforts for restoration of full statehood and constitutional guarantees available to the state. It would be a befitting reciprocation of the faith reposed by the people of Jammu and Kashmir in our democratic institutions. In the meantime, I urge all stakeholders to work together as one team and extend full support to my government in fulfilling the hopes and aspirations of the people. My government is fully committed to implementing the promises made to the people for further political empowerment and for creating an enabling environment for employment, sustainable development, social inclusiveness, and expansion of the economy for enhancing the overall quality of life. It will work relentlessly on the three principles of economy, ecology, and equity that will shape our future. We commit ourselves to this balance for a better and brighter future for all. Jammu and Kashmir is growing at an annual growth rate of about 7%. My government is committed to give push to this trajectory of growth and create more avenues of employment through policy interventions and infrastructure development. My government will also work on various reforms to strengthen the fiscal position of J&K Huge natural resources endowed in J&K will be sustainably developed without harming our ecosystem that will ensure protection of these resources. Further, every section as well as every region of J&K will be treated equally and developed for ensuring inclusiveness and equity for balanced development, which will be a solemn and sacred commitment of my government. I believe that the new legislators, the administration, and all other stakeholders will work together to handle the challenges before us for a better and prosperous society. My government is committed to decision making that will be marked with transparency and accountability for ensuring efficient and effective use of resources with justification. This policy will be applied rigorously by my government to ensure integrity in public life. Any inefficient use or misallocation of resources will be re-examined and necessary course correction will be undertaken to ensure that the benefits of every penny are fully harnessed by the people of Jammu and Kashmir. My government will invest in building capacities of the youth for their gainful employment and will also foster their entrepreneurial capacities. The expectations of the people for improved living facilities like roads, public transportation, electricity, drinking water, sanitation, schools, healthcare facilities, healthy and congenial environment, internet connectivity, etc., which enable them to lead a happy life will also be fulfilled. Connectivity is crucial for the economy. While improvements have been made in the road network, more efforts are required to connect the remaining inaccessible areas. My government will fully leverage funds from centrally sponsored schemes like PMGSY and NABARD funded programs to realize the vision of connectivity every habitation with a road. Implementation of major ongoing connectivity projects will be fast-tracked by facilitating acquisition of land, forest clearances, and removal of encroachments. Ongoing expressway, national highway, and ring road projects for Jammu and Srinagar cities will be speeded up for their early completion. Work on the upgradation and consolidation of the Jammu-Rajouri-Punch National Highway will be expedited for its early completion. New national highway projects will be taken up with the central government to improve connectivity to remote and backward pockets to accelerate economic growth. Connectivity of rail to the valley, which will be a reality soon, will be a turning point for economic development and prosperity. Night landing facilities at Jammu and Srinagar airports will further enhance connectivity and boost the tourism sector further. My government will take all necessary measures to ensure that the development dividend of these initiatives reaches the remotest pockets and uplifts their lives and livelihood. My government will pursue implementation of projects for rail connectivity to important unconnected areas, including the border districts of Rajouri and Punch, with the Government of India. My government is committed to provide 200 units of free electricity to deserving households for which modalities are being worked out. J&K is endowed with abundance of water resources that are yet to be harnessed fully. My government is committed to harnessing their full potential so that their economic dividend enhances people's lives and J&K financial position. My government will seek the support of the Government of India for a significant leap forward in our energy sector. Completion of 4 mega hydroelectric power projects with sanctioned capacity of 3,014 megawatts will be expedited for doubling the hydropower generation capacity by 2026 to not only make J&K self-sufficient in power, but also to enable us to generate revenue from these vital green resources. Another 4 mega hydroelectric power projects of 1,818 megawatts will be followed rigorously to get the work on these power generating projects started. The Rangarajan Committee report, crafted under the guidance of former RBI Governor Dr. C. Rangarajan in 2011, recommended a roadmap for creating jobs and enhancing economic growth in Jammu and Kashmir. My government will pursue the implementation of the report with the Government of India to address structural issues in the economy, support skill building initiatives, and stimulate inclusive growth. Effective collaboration with the Government of India would be essential to mobilize resources, funding, and requisite support necessary for realizing many of these reforms. My government will solarize all government buildings with a tentative cumulative capacity of 300 megawatts. Under the PM Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana, 84,000 households will be solarized initially. Small hydropower projects will also be given the required focus to harness their full potential. My government is committed to providing free, clean and safe drinking water to all. To achieve this, 3,256 water supply schemes at an estimated cost of more than rupees 13,000 crore are under execution, which will provide functional household tap connections to all the 19.27 lakhs rural households. This will be completed by March 2025. For quality assurance of drinking water, NABL accredited labs will be established at appropriate levels. Tourism sector is a major pillar of the economy of J&K, which can boost various services and industrial sectors like transport, hospitality, horticulture, and small-scale industry, thereby generating incomes and job opportunities for the local population. My government will ensure that all benefits are extended to the tourism sector as an industry. This will ensure that this sector witnesses a requisite growth in investment for improving tourism infrastructure and services.
ABP Ganga, खबर आपकी, जुबान आपकी।